Chapter 1063 was actually crazy with what happened at the end of the chapter, which involved Blackbeard and Law. I'd say two of the most popular characters, but this video is going to be mostly about Law. When it comes to the One Piece popularity polls, Law is constantly at the top, specifically the global popularity poll. I believe that Law placed 5th, where Law had been with us for a while. I mean, obviously Sabayoti, he was involved. He was also involved in the post-Marineford saving Luffy. And even Oda didn't expect him to be so popular. But Law is a character who it's not the best when it comes to luck, and I'm going to talk about what happened in the recent chapter to make me say this, give my thoughts about it, and figure out what's going to happen for the rest of the series. But if you guys enjoy regular anime content, then make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that away, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's see what's going to happen with Law and Blackbeard. So what happened in chapter 1063? Well, the crew was attacked. They were underneath the water, they were submerged. All of a sudden we see holes in the ship where Law ended up barking orders as a woman. It was kind of weird, right? Apparently a devil fruit ability allowed for Law to turn into a woman, not just him, Beppo and others, and people were hitting on Law. I find it funny because Oda did the gender swap thing, I believe, with the Straw Hats, the Warlords, and the Supernova. So maybe Oda just wanted to implement this in the story some way, somehow, but it is what it is. Where Law, he says, yo, fighting the Emperors, it made me realize that, you know, with the right amount of haki, you can overcome devil fruit abilities, which is kind of funny. Because the whole devil fruit or haki, which is better, I don't really like I think devil fruits and haki is a great power system, but I think it's inconsistent all the time. There's a lot of gray area what you can and can't do, and I've made countless videos about this, so I'm not going to sit up in here and stay on this too long. But as they it's not submerged going under, as they emerge from the water, they're on this island. We find out that the Blackbeard pirates are the ones that are attacking them, and all of them have devil fruits. Vinegar's there, his can teleport. Doc's there, his is a six fruit. Burgess has superhuman strength. There's also the horse, I think his name is Scout. He has the mythical zone devil fruit, the model Pegasus. And there's Blackbeard, who obviously has 2 with the Yami Yami and the Gura Gura. Where Blackbeard, he talks about the paths that were taken. He was like, Straw Hat, Kid, and Law, I know one of you guys were going to take it here. Where in chapter 1056, when they were deciding which paths to take, Law ended up, I think Kid and Luffy decided on the same path, where they were arguing, where Law was the only one to pick somewhere different, where he was like, this is the most north, or the furthest north, which means I'll take the most or the lead against you guys. So, you know, him saying that and the fact that he ran into the most troublesome opponent is actually, it's not in Law's favor. It's very unlucky of him. The reason I'm saying this is because Blackbeard is going after poneglyphs, where Law has rubbings of poneglyphs. The fact that he went to Zao probably has them of that, and then he has the one from Kaido that, you know, they got after defeating him in the raid of Onigashima, where there was figures in putting Chocolate Town in chapter 1046, where we speculate it's Blackbeard's crew that was there, because they're always separate. I mean, look at what happened with trying to take Boa Hancock's fruit, that Katarina Devon, there was Blackbeard and a couple, I think 1 or 2 other members there, where now in this situation there's Vinegar, there's Burgess, which I want to mention, his face kind of looks a little bit messed up. It looks deformed, where the last time he fought somebody with Sabo, where Sabo used his dragon claw fist on him, so maybe that's why. Shout out to Sabo, right? Love him. But there's also Doc, where 2 other members, well, technically 1, and one that we speculate is a part of the Blackbeard pirates. There's Shiryu, he's been nowhere to be found during all this, and also Aokiji, they could be at Whole Cake Island. The reason why I'm saying this is because Cracker, he ends up being frozen, and Chocolate Town is frozen, where the only ice user in the series that we know of is Aokiji. I guess you can kind of say Monet. She uses snow, but well, she's dead. There's no way she's coming back to light. And Shiryu being Blackbeard's technical right hand. I know Burgess is the first captain or the first something fleet captain, but in the whole first commanders or the whole right hand men that Oda he put on like this cover page, I believe Shiryu was on there along with like Rayleigh, King, Marco, Zoro, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Shiryu is technically Blackbeard's right hand man. So going here, they definitely got a rubbing of Big Mom's poneglyph, because pudding is missing as well. We know that, I believe it was in chapter 999, that it's potential that she can unleash her potential like you guys by subscribing to the channel. Hi, you guys didn't know that I was gonna put that in there, but nah, I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe. But pudding, she unlocks her third eye, she could potentially read the poneglyph, so that's why they went after her. Where this makes going after Law, the fact that he has 2 plus that one, Blackbeard would have 3 in total, meaning that he would be just as close as Luffy in the final fight to go into Laftel to become the Pirate King. And the reason why Law's unlucky is because, well, his crew stinks, their booty butt cheeks, their dog water, their ass, right? Where Beppo, he ain't doing nothing, right? Law is going to have to 1v4 this crew, where no, I don't think Law's going to die. I think he's too popular of a character, but I want to know what's going to happen to him. In a 1v1, I still think Blackbeard wins, but Law stands more of a chance in my opinion because of how broken his dove fruit is with Kroom. His awakening, it damages from the inside. There's Re-Room, he uses Punk Willie, Shock Willie, but he did use a lot of sneak attacks against Big Mom. However, I personally think she's more durable than Blackbeard, so that's another thing that Law has in his favor. He has such a great devil fruit, where Blackbeard, his hockey is unknown. He probably has all 3 forms of it, but does he have awakening? I mean, does he have advanced? I'm not sure, but Law has decent hockey as well. I do think this is an unfavorable matchup, not just for Law, but anybody in One Piece going against Blackbeard. Probably Luffy has the best chance because of how broken his dove fruit is, and that he has the 3 forms of hockey and the advanced versions, but still Law is not in the most favorable situation. In terms of crews, I really don't understand why Law and Kid's crews are so bad, because they're portrayed as Luffy's rivals, especially Kid, which I'm going to talk about him for a minute, because look at in Sabaody, he was the only one with a higher bounty than Luffy, and then when he was thrown in prison, how Wano portrayed him as Luffy's rival / his equal. I mean, and yeah, Kid has killer, but still, his crew is so cheeks, just like Law. Where other crews, even if you look at the beginning of the series for what it's worth, like where we were at that time, like Barrack Works, Arlong's crew, they were decent in terms of strength for where our character is at in this series. And if you look at different Yonko's crew, like for example Big Mom, she has Katakuri, there's Smoothie, there's Cracker, and then other kids of hers with Perospero, Daifuku, Oven, there's Kaido, he has King, Queen, Jack, the Toby Roppo. Whitebeard has, he had Marco Ace, Jojo, and other commanders. Shanks, he has the red hair. He has Yasop, he has Lucky Roo, he has Ben Beckman, and a couple others as well. The Straw Hats, Zoro, Jinbei, Sanji, and then there's Robin and those others, and plus the Grand Fleet. So, and even look at Buggy, right? Buggy, he's a Yonko. No matter how he got his name, he still is allied with Mihawk and Crocodile in some way. So I'm not saying that Law and Kid need to have this overpowered broken crew, but give them 2 or 3 more members, right? Like I said, they don't have to be the most broken, but come on, I think Oda could have done a little bit better with them. But going back to Blackbeard and Law's interaction, I wonder what would happen if Blackbeard did steal Law's dove fruit, because Blackbeard would definitely, he's already broken now, he'd definitely be the strongest character in One Piece. It would probably take 2 people to take him down. Where when you really look at it, each and every one of the members of his crew have a dove fruit, where I'm trying to see if it's mandatory for you to have a dove fruit to be a part of his crew. And I kind of also want to know, well, who the hell would save them if they all fell into the ocean, because all of them that we know of have dove fruits. I will say though, this interaction showcases how close we are to the end game, and I personally think that narratively Oda did a phenomenal job accessing or showcasing how Blackbeard will gain access to Laugh-Tail or get close to Laugh-Tail. Because he's the final antagonist, he's going to have to go against Luffy. Well, he's one of the final antagonists. I don't know, Emu and Kainu are up there as well. So I was wondering, how is he going to get there? And I think this is perfect. Taking out someone who has the rubbings, and because they're not necessarily a weak character, but because their crew is weak, right? I think that Oda did a great job with this, which leads me to believe, well, who did Kid meet in their different like interactions? Because when they all left, Luffy met Vegapunk, and eventually he's going to meet CP0 with Lucci, Kaku, and Sushi. Law, he met Blackbeard. So who will Kid meet? Will he meet Shanks, the Revolutionary, Sabo? He's going to meet somebody of importance to the series, right? Could it be the man marked by flames? I'm not sure. But yeah, Law can't catch a break, right? Not having the alliance is, you know, I want to see how, since they're not in an alliance anymore, how Luffy's going to react to the news of Law being defeated. Because it's not a matter of if he's going to be defeated, it's really a matter of when. And will Luffy go after Blackbeard because of this? How will this shake up the world? And hopefully this fight isn't off screen. I'm not saying that it has to be the most fleshed out, but a lot of like the most hyped fights in One Piece that we want to see, they're off screen, like Akainu versus Aokiji, and the God Valley incident as well, where I don't, like I said, I don't think it needs to be Luffy versus Kaido lane. Maybe like Ace and Blackbeard, how they fought, where it was a couple clashes, couple like named attacks were out. There was quick entertaining, and we didn't get to see the conclusion, but we know what happened because, well, Ace was kidnapped. And so when it comes to like how unlucky Law is, look at like him versus Doflamingo. He got jumped by Fujitora, right? Was betrayed. Then him dealing with Doflamingo, he ended up not getting his revenge because, you know, Luffy ended up defeating him. There's also him having to deal with Luffy, you know, Punk Hazard, Wano, Hulk, Gauntlet is out. Law was probably stressed the fluff out, right? So Law hasn't had the best luck for this series, and I wonder if Oda is bold enough to kill him off. I personally don't think he is because of his popularity, but hey, we never know. Will he be imprisoned and impaled down? The importance of him being like a member of the D, Trafalgar D Water Law, right? There's two D's going against each other. Will Blackbeard and him torturing him for more information, maybe about Luffy in the future? And maybe he doesn't kill him because he has a D in his name. I wonder which of the two has the bigger D. Alright, I gotta say pause after that because that was a little bit weird. But let me know how you guys feel about Blackbeard and Law's interaction. Do you guys think Blackbeard is going to kill Law? Will Law end up escaping? How will this happen? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notifications, got never start a new video from it. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok is on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.